Hi. If these late-night walks help you drift off, a quick like or a subscribe keeps them coming. Thanks. It is 2 a.m. and rain pounds cracked pavement. You open your eyes beneath a red and white neon sign that flickers above a narrow alley in Racoon City. You are on your back, clothes drenched, skin cold against concrete. A police siren up the street lets out one final howl, then dies. After that, it is only water on metal and a slow roll of thunder. You sit up. Pockets yield a folding knife, a cheap lighter, and a rain-soaked note you cannot read. No phone, no flashlight, no clue why you are here. Farther down the alley, a bottle rolls, taps brick, then stops. A soft drag of feet scrapes behind you. You turn. A man staggers between dumpsters. Half his face is missing, yet he still walks. He reaches for you, jaw hanging loose. Heart hammering, you shove past him, slip once on cardboard, and burst onto Franklin Street. Storefront glass is cracked. Displays are looted. Rainbow gasoline curls in puddles. Farther north, a wrecked RPD cruiser leans against a steaming hydrant. Supplies first, questions later. The cruiser's door hangs open. In the glove box, you find a wilted green herb and 3 loose 9mm rounds. No gun. Trunk release. Inside, a road flare, a tire iron, and an empty pistol holster zip-tied to the seat back. Good start, but you still need a barrel for those bullets. The dash radio crackles. Any officers left fall back to the station. Static. Through the rain-blurred windshield, you spot the clock tower of the Racoon Police Department, 4 blocks away. The building was a museum once. Stone, tall, defensible. You slam the trunk, pocket the rounds, and grip the tire iron like a bat. Headlights flare. 2 shamblers stumble into the beam. They have not noticed you. You cross the street and slip through smashed glass doors of an office building. The lobby reeks of copier toner and mildew. Emergency lights pulse weak red. A security guard lies face down, pistol in his hand. You pry the Beretta free, wipe rain from the slide, flick the safety off. Magazine shows 8 of 15. You add the 3 loose rounds and rack 1 into the chamber. 11 now. His belt yields a green herb spray, an ID card, and a key fob. A flickering computer accepts the fob just long enough to show a map. You are 4 blocks southeast of the station. Then the screen dies. Thunder rattles the windows. Time to move. Out on Franklin you weave between stalled cars. Lightning strobes. In that white flash you count a dozen bodies, some twitching where they lie. Broken hydrant water hisses like a kettle. Halfway up Birch, something splats onto wet asphalt. A liquor drops from a billboard frame, brain exposed, claws long as machetes. It clicks, sniffing. You freeze. Rain hides your scent. 10 silent heartbeats later, it crawls up the wall and vanishes. You breathe again, every muscle shaking. A gutted drugstore offers bandages, 2 water bottles, a mashed cereal bar. Boots splashing. You push on until giant oak doors rise under the stone arch that reads S-T-A-R-S. One hinge screams yet opens. You slip inside and wedge a fallen timber across the handles. For now, you are safe. The main hall feels like a cathedral. Vaulted ceiling, marble floor, balconies stacked high. Dim house lights still glow. A typewriter rests on an intake desk, its quiet tick almost comforting. Blueprint on the wall. East wing offices, west archives, basement armory. Keycard required. Rain drums skylights overhead. You slip through east doors. The corridor smells of burnt wiring. Ceiling tiles sag with water. Cubicles lie overturned like barricades. On one desk, a red herb droops in a mug. You combine it with the green spray. Instant full restore pack. Glass shatters. 2 shamblers crawl through a blown window. First shot misses. Second drops 1. Third misfeeds. Knife thrust ends the other, but your hands won't stop shaking. Fresh magazine, 7 rounds. Not great, not dead. Down the hall, a door marked by a red lamp beckons. Safe room code. Inside steel shelving, a small oil lamp, a shortwave radio. You wedge a file cabinet against the door and breathe. Inventory check. Beretta 7, tire iron, herb spray, lighter, water, bandages, cereal bar. Wall clock flickers 4:58 a.m. Dawn in 2 hours. You must survive an entire day beyond that. Heavy footsteps outside. Slow, deliberate. Too heavy for any normal man. Through frosted glass you glimpse a hat brim and shoulders like stone. Mr. X. Lamp off. Breath held. You wait. Footfalls fade. You slide out, heading for the stairwell. Down the hall, a door marked by a red lamp beckons. Safe room code. Inside steel shelving, a small oil lamp, a shortwave radio. You wedge a file cabinet against the door and breathe. Inventory check. Beretta M9, tire iron, herb spray, lighter, water, bandages, cereal bar. 4:58 a.m. Dawn in 2 hours. You must survive an entire day beyond that. Heavy footsteps outside, slow, deliberate. Too heavy for any normal man. Through frosted glass you glimpse a hat brim and shoulders like stone. Mr. X. Lamp off. Breath held. You wait. Footfalls fade. You slide out, heading for the stairwell. Stairs coil to the clock tower. Gears grind overhead. On a bench rests a warped cog. You swap it with a pristine one. 3 bells chime, and a hidden drawer pops open. Locker keycard. Mr. X's boots pound below. He's close. You duck behind ironwork. He enters slowly. You feel how the ground vibrates from his footsteps. He picks up the cog and inspects it. Nothing. You survive. Silence returns. You creep down a rear stair to the west wing. Basement gate flashes red until you swipe the card. Green light, door slides. Armory cage, shotgun, 4 shells. Box of 29mm, 1 flash grenade. Weight of the Remington steadies your pulse. You reload and chart the shortest route to the rooftop. Sky above the roof is gunmetal grey. Smoke coils from downtown towers. On a workbench radio you call, "Any evac on this channel?" A calm female voice answers, "Chopper at 1900. Roof pad. Bring a flare. 12 brutal hours to kill." You decide to scavenge. Courtyard manhole leads into a sewer spillway. Metal ladder damp, air thick with rot. Flashlight beam finds a pale G mutation lurking waist deep. First shotgun blast rocks the tunnel. Ankle twist on slick concrete. Second blast folds the beast. You limp through sewage and climb into the boiler room. 5 p.m. Up the west corridor march 3 umbrella troopers. Gas masks on, sub-guns ready. You hide behind lockers. Leader whispers, "Orders are clear, no witnesses." A hinge squeals. You cough by accident. 1 trooper pivots. Flash grenade. White blast fills the hall. You limp run up service stairs while bullets chew metal. Door slams behind, steps fade. Rain whips the roof. Flare pistol waits by beacon. Clock reads 18:42. 8 minutes. Roof door bangs. Mr. X strides out. Coat snapping in wind. 2 shotgun blasts stagger him. Third clicks empty. Flash grenade blooms white. He reels, blind. Rotor thunder grows. A black hawk skims the edge. Pilot sees the tyrant, panics, banks wide. Tail rotor clips the mast. Chopper spins, slams, explodes. Fireball lifts you off your feet. Ears ring like sirens. Mr. X emerges from the flames, coat ablaze, still walking. You dive through a vent hatch into maintenance halls, sprint past spraying pipes. Basement tram sleeps on rails, power dark. Generator shack beyond 2 sewer beasts. You bait them under a live cable, throw the breaker. Electric arc fries them. Generator hums, tram lights bloom. You board, breath ragged, and roll into the tunnel. Twisted rails stall the tram midway. Doors jam. You pry one open, drop to the track bed. Darkness presses like cloth. Water drips. A distant groan echoes. Maybe Mr. X, maybe worse. Backtracking by feel, you find a service ladder. At the top, a hatch gives way to the river embankment beyond the quarantine wall. Dawn ghosts the sky. Bridge above is barricaded with tanks and floodlights. Soldiers shout. Infected swarm the glare. Bullets hiss. You vault a barrier, roll down concrete, and crawl under the bridge until gunfire fades. River carries ash like black snow. You rest against a pillar. Pistol 3 rounds. Herb spray, lighter, tire iron, half a protein bar. Ankle throbs, yet heartbeat, proves you are alive 24 hours after waking in that alley. Bridges sealed. Tyrant roaming. Maybe tomorrow offers another exit. Rain has stopped, but air still smells of rust and mold. You let eyelids droop. Only minutes this time. A dull boom jolts you awake. You limp east along the embankment. Trash floats, photo albums, teddy bears, half-open suitcases. Ahead, a small marina. One houseboat glows faintly. A teenage boy, Milo, greets you with a shaky revolver. Parents vanished. He survived on beans and battery light. You trade your protein bar for gasoline. His outboard still works, but a sunken barge blocks the river. The breaker you threw earlier might have freed that gate. Worth a try. Lines cast off, motor chugs. Banks slide by. Burned warehouses, toppled cranes, infected wailing at water's edge. Sunken barge looms, hull partly torn. Debris plugs the gap. You winch a floating drum aside, throttle forward. Hull scrapes metal but slips through. Gunfire cracks from rooftop catwalks. Umbrella squad. Bullets stitch water. Milo ducks. You fire 3-round burst. Range long, but they dive. Banks fall away. Silence returns save gulls and engine drone. Fuel gauge nears empty by afternoon. You nose into a riverside station. Generator still hums. Fill tank. Grab a county map marked Quarry Tunnels 6 miles upriver. Undead stumble onto the dock. You shove off, ignoring their moans. Overhead, an umbrella gunship thumps. Engine killed. You drift under trees while a spotlight sweeps the river, but misses. Only when rotor wash fades do you restart and aim for the quarry inlet. Evening. Boat hidden under brush. Quarry offices gift headlamps and a working freight elevator. Underground tunnels smell of damp chalk. Fresh boot prints lead to barricades manned by umbrella troops. Smoke grenade rolls, hissing. While they cough, you and Milo slip up a side drift, climb a vent shaft, and burst into pine woods. Explosions boom behind, troopers clearing tunnels you no longer occupy. Tree line breaks to a lonely farm beneath violet sky. Farmer offers water and oatmeal, warns of armed checkpoints on the highway. He points to an old relay tower on the ridge, best shot at radio contact. After ankle care and a fresh apple trade, you and Milo hike 3 miles. Generator roars to life. Tower lights blink. National Guard Relay 4 answers. Extraction at County Airstrip, dawn. Generator off to save fuel. You camp inside the tin roof shack, sharing one apple and thin hope. Night wind rattles corrugated metal. Gunship sound fades in the distance but never circles back. 2 a.m. Radio spits crosstalk, a child humming, then static. Dawn finally smears pink across the windows. You and Milo pack. Slip downhill through Orchard Rows wet with dew. Roadside sign, Ashbury Airstrip 1 mile. You keep low in the soybean field, watching for patrols. At the tarmac, a C-23 Sherpa idles. Guardsmen trade fire with black armoured troopers. Infected stream from tree line. You ignite a gasoline truck with your lighter. The explosion blows open the fence. Amid smoke, you and Milo sprint. 2 pistol shots, 1 revolver round, path clear. Ramp clangs shut. Turbines roar. Bullets ping harmless aluminum. The plane lifts, banking towards sunrise. At the tarmac, a C-23 Sherpa idles. Guardsmen trade fire with black armored troopers. Infected stream from tree line. You ignite a gasoline truck with your lighter. The explosion blows open the fence. Amid smoke, you and Milo sprint. 2 pistol shots, 1 revolver round, path clear. Ramp clangs shut. Turbines roar. Bullets ping harmless aluminum. The plane lifts, banking towards sunrise. Through a porthole you watch Racoon City shrink beneath a column of black smoke. Medic straps your ankle, injects painkiller. Muscles finally unclench. Milo tries to grin, fails, and cries instead. You let him. Pilot says the Sherpa is diverting to Fort Garrison's safe zone. You nod, thank him. He calls you lucky. The unreadable note in your pocket turns to pulp. Its story lost, but not you. Neon rain and iron-tasting air drift behind your closing eyes, replaced by clean dawn light, and the steady sound of human footsteps on metal decking. For the first time in 48 hours, you let real sleep take you. Outside, the engines hum a lullaby towards safer skies.